I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think I'm right on time. Um, Gonna bring up my desktop. Helps me read comments. I see that our friend Selma is here, says hi. And I see our friend Matthew is here. Hey, Matthew. Matthew says hello and greetings, my friend. Greetings to you. It's nice to see you. Taking care of just a little bit of business first. Then we're going to read some stuff. I don't know as I'm going to do any actual. Hey, Squirrel Sniper, how are you? Code live streaming today. I have the link up, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do it. I'll be honest. I'm enjoying some of the time from doing live streaming. Not that I don't enjoy when people come up. I do. It depends on, are we able to still have fun but be on target? You know what I mean? Are we? Doesn't have to be the particular subject at hand, but the general theme of what we always talk about, life. You know what I mean? Life and how to best navigate it. Different for everyone. Someone else finds that they navigate life through traditional Christian beliefs. Someone else might find that, hey, retirement, my friend, how are you? For someone else, it might be shamanism or a collection of different things, as Aldous Huxley called it, the perennial philosophy, Kabbalah, mysticism, who knows? Or maybe just being out in nature. Everyone has a different way of navigating through life that best suits them, maybe until it doesn't. And then we start looking for answers somewhere else. It's the way it was with me, traditional Christianity. Growing up, going to a Catholic school, I always felt a connection, but I can't say that I felt it particularly with the Christian or Catholic faith. I definitely didn't feel like I was getting all the answers that I had. Although I didn't actually have questions, probably until my, I guess approaching the early teens. Teenage years. And then, teenage years, for some of us, things start to fall apart a bit. Hey, relaxing. I think middle school, high school. Hey, Daniel. Daniel says, good morning from the 503 Portland, Oregon. How is everything in Portland, Oregon, my friend? I think, sometimes I think the best thing that can happen to us growing up, some might view as the worst things that, you know, being, hey, Jace, growing up and not exactly being super, super popular, not exactly being super, super smart. I wasn't a bad athlete, but I wasn't great. Average. I fell in love with working out, which made me a better athlete. I loved working out so much that my football coach suggested I quit playing football and just work out. That tells you how good of a football player I was, and how much better I was being in the gym. I was not a good football player. But anyway, all those things at a certain time they can alienate you. You feel like you don't fit in high school, you don't fit in middle school. Uh, you start, getting this a little bit of a complex. Sometimes that can be a blessing because now you start exploring. You start looking for answers to why. Why do I feel this way? Earliest form of self inquiry. Hey, cat. Cat says hello, Yogi. Jace says had a cat. Jace is relaxing. What's new, Jace? I saw Kat over on Bob's live stream getting some excellent advice. Should we ever fall on the ice? If you live in country where it's possibility of your car or you going into the ice, it is good to have, I guess, some spare clothes in a waterproof bag somewhere, right? Wonder Boy says, was Yogi's football career like my burpee career? Probably just about. Maybe a little bit longer, but not by much. Thing is, I absolutely love football practice. I could practice all day long. I could care less about actually playing in a game. Sniper says, Maya, I mentioned earlier today, Maya is the divine power of illusion, causing the appearance of dualism in a otherwise non-dual reality. um, I got a link to send you. Funny enough, Deepak Chopra did a talk this morning on the scientific validity, right, of Maya. Burner Boy says, Cat says, hi to Jace. Burner Boy says, I'll be posting my pull-up for reps PR soon. Nice. Look forward to seeing that. Electing says, please support me, my friends. Eric, trying, my friend. Our friend Relaxing needs surgery, and he needs it soon as possible. He's in Romania. If you can watch a video, if you could do a super chat, or he also has a GoFundMe page. Beelzebub. I always forget. Buenos Aires, Tegan? No, my friend, I'm sorry, I don't. Espanol? I just impressed myself with saying Espanol slightly correctly. Hey, Leo. Much love, Yogi, at work, but showing love, brother. Have a great day. Leo, I appreciate that, my friend. And you always do. Every time you come in, you show much love. Leo is going strong. 365 plus days of burpees in a row. Sniper says synchronicity gets stronger each day, Eric. Yeah. Sniper. I love how Deepak talks, not in this video, but he talks about synchrodestiny. That we can be led by the synchronicities of our life, steering us in that right direction, the direction that life, the universe wants us to go in. Most of us miss it. All of us get synchronistic moments, those meaningful coincidences, and they can all lead us in the direction we should be going. But we haven't been taught. We've been taught a whole lot of stuff. We've been taught math, history, geography, sciences, all of them excellent stuff to know. Best thing that ever happened to me was someone teaching me how to read. My mom, who was a teacher, by the way, as was my dad. But we weren't taught to read the signs. We weren't taught to listen to that inner intuition, the inner voice. We weren't taught how to pray. By pray, I don't mean getting down on our knees and beseeching something distant that may or may not help us. There's a story, I think it was Greg Braden wrote about it. He spent time with the Navajo. We've also been given many distractions, many distractions, absolutely. I've talked about that quite a bit. And let's dive into that a little bit more in this conversation too. What are the distractions that are keeping you from your own self-realization? What are the distractions that are keeping you from being God-realized? And that doesn't mean, I guess we can take it different ways. God realizing you realizing God. Meister Eckhart said, the eye in which I see God is the same eye in which God sees me. 11th like. Thank you, my friend. 11 in chat. Perfect moment in time. We were just talking about that, Deb. Perfectly synchronized. We had 17 people in the chat, and then I started talking. I immediately dropped down. So, yep, the Navajo. Hey, Sophia. When they pray for rain during a time of drought, they don't get on the knees and look to the sky and beseech God, the Great Spirit, to send rain. They pray rain. They don't pray for rain. They pray for rain, meaning that they get the feeling of wetness. They get the feeling of clouds. They get the feeling of the crops blossoming again. They literally pray rain into existence. We were taught, hey, when you want something, when you're scared of something, uh, get on your knees and beseech God. And maybe if you do it right, if you dial in the right words, right letters, maybe your prayers will be answered. This story, it's told in many different traditions, but the one I hear most often is in uh, Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, that there was a time of a great, great drought, and everyone went to this great wise rabbi. Collective thoughts equal collective results. Absolutely. Hey, Danny. Danny's saying hi to everyone. Nice to see you, Oasis. Everyone went to go see this great rabbi because they needed rain, and they thought for sure he would be able to help them. That he would have special prayers, or he had a special service, or something that would bring rain. And they consulted him, and he said, "I can help. Come back tomorrow, and I will join everyone here in prayer, and we will get rain." And the next morning, they all showed up, and the rabbi looked at him, and he looked completely disgusted, and he said, "I won't do it. Go home." And they said, "But why? You said you would." And he said, "The problem is you don't believe that it's going to rain." And they said, "No, we do, we do, we do. We promise you, we actually really do." And he said, "No, you don't believe. I will send you home." And they said again, "But why?" And he said, "Because if you really believed it was going to rain, you would have brought your umbrellas." A matter of faith, but not the faith that something is outside of yourself and can come. The faith of knowing that that which you need, that which you want, that which you desire is already here, not absent, already present, but just in a different form. When, hey, Jamie, when Ramana Maharshi, the founder of Transcendental Meditation, who was the teacher of my teacher, Deb says, "It is a cold, windy state today." It's cold here, but we finally got some sun. Steph says, "We get told to ask, but we have the power of creativity." We do. The infinite power of creativity. When Ramana Maharshi wanted to buy a university, to start an actual university of Ayurvedic and meditation sciences, and he was looking at different schools. Eventually, he did get one, and it's not too far from where our friend Dan, Poor Man's Jim, lives. He was asked by a reporter, "But where are you going to get the money to buy this university?" And he laughed. Ramana, Maharishi, um, Maharishi Yogi, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, sorry, founder of Transcendental Meditation. He was known as the giggling guru. When he was asked, "Where are you going to get the money?" And he laughed, and he said, "From wherever it is now." He knew that in a universe of infinite potentiality, everything that was needed was already in existence, and we just call it to us. That's the secret to manifestation. Hey, Stuart. Stuart says, "Hello, Yogi." The universe has infinite organizing potential. Hey, Danny. Danny waves at me. What's up, my friend? Danny, the great moderator. Stuart says, "Hello to everyone." So, infinite organizing potential. Who's ever read The Alchemist? And if you haven't, how can I convince you to do so? You could read it in a day. Hey, toy pups. Runner Boy says, ate too much today. There was no divine intervention to stop me. However, there was divine intervention to give you the food you needed to fuel your workout. How's that for a switch around, Runner Boy? Hey, Austin. Toy Pup says, hi, Yogi. Sorry I did not reply yet. Been a crazy day. Hey, that's okay. Too many Pringles. That seems like a problem of blessings rather than a problem that needed divine intervention. Let's bring up some quotes. So has anyone read The Alchemist? Or Jonathan Livingston Seagull? I want to read some quotes from, we'll read some quotes from both. This might be a quote kind of a day. I love reading quotes. As you all know, I love reading different things off Google, different inspirational passages that have helped shape my life through the decades. Once you pop, you cannot stop. I agree. This is why I don't. This is why I don't open a can of Pringles. This is why I don't eat a brownie. There's no such thing for me ever eating one brownie. Doesn't happen. Deb says, thoughts transmute if you have a strong enough spirit. Believe it, receive it, but be open to a different way you may get it. Nice, Debs. I like that. So it says, Runner Boy, played your playlist when I was sleeping. I just had Runner Boy up. I rewatched his deadlift workout. Runner Boy, don't forget to send Stuart an email. Stephen says, Runner Boy, but you think of how many mice apartments you can make if you stack them in a Pringle. This is true. Toypup says, love this chat. Hey, Procoman. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. And hello to all those who can see me. Hopefully, we can all see you, Procoman. Cat says, I don't stop to read much anymore, but I do use Audible. So I'll look for The Alchemist to listen to this weekend. Yeah, you can do it. Are you going to be doing any driving? If you drive for more than an hour, you'll be able to get the whole thing in. Austin says, getting snow tomorrow in South Carolina. That probably doesn't happen too often, huh? We might get snow tomorrow too, like an inch on top of the 7-8 inches we have out there now. Pokemon says, hi, pup mommy. Hey, easy. Everyone's saying hi. Front Boy says, I'll be posting my video now. I'll be back in a few. Gotcha. Dib says, pups, if you sent me an email last night, I didn't get it. All right, here are some quotes. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. That's basically what we were just talking about. All the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. But you got to run it straight from the heart. And you got to know that the universe is conspiring to help bring it into existence or manifest into the form that you desire. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. Here's one of my favorite. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. There's only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. Just read a few more. So I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you. This sounds like something that our friend Nathan might say. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. Here's another favorite. Remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. All right, this will be the last one. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself, and that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. Love that one. Let me catch up with the chat. Jason's saying hi to Poker and the Stew. I should clarify that. He's saying hi to Stuart. Jason's not saying hi to his stew. Although it wouldn't surprise me if Jason was eating like a vat, not a bowl, but a vat of stew right now. Cat says 3 hours of driving for work, thus the meditative state at work. Gotcha. Oh yeah, you'll have plenty of time to get through. And if you can find Jonathan Livingston Seagull, Richard Bach, and or Illusions by Richard Bach. Both are short. You can do everything. You can do all three of those books in 3 hours, I believe. Jace or Stuart says, Jace, what time are we going live? Jace says, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, -6 tonight, but it climbs all the way up to -2. Well, you'll be basking in the sun. It's cold enough outside that Jace actually considered putting on a shirt. He didn't actually put it on. It's not that cold, but it was cold enough that he considered. Jace says, I have to pop out now, Stu. I can do it when I'm back. Be about an hour. So 6:30. Pokemon says, Jace, good to hear it's warming up for you. Stuart says, perfect. I will have it set up and go have tea now. Pre-workout tea gives you some energy. Anyone here have some favorite quotes from favorite books, favorite people? Anyone here have some favorite books that have inspired them? Have you had that kind of book that seems to accidentally drop into your life and steers it in a completely different direction than you thought it was going to go? I've had books like that. I still have books like that. I have books that I bought decades ago, and for whatever reason, they've fallen on the wayside. Never got around to reading them. And I happen to be, I don't know, doing something, glancing around, and the book might be sticking out a bit, or being in a bookstore and a book is out of place, and I pick it up. Let's see. Oh, Kat says the Seth books. Man, I have not heard. I quoted Jen Roberts not long ago, but I haven't had anyone else talk about Seth books in a long time. Very valuable information. I often use a quote. People say, why do you wake up so early in the morning? And I talk about Jane Roberts in the Seth material saying that everyone will receive a wake-up call from God between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m., but most of us hit the snooze button, the God snooze button. And we say, you know, hey, God, I appreciate it. I'm paraphrasing, of course. I appreciate the wake-up call, But can you get back to me maybe 8-ish, 8:30? Maybe after I've had my second cup of coffee? Be happy to talk with you then. The mystic Thomas, he's an English mystic, Thomas Troward. Um, he did the Edinburgh. That was for Stuart, by the way. Edinburgh lectures talked about if you wake up and you ask for what you wish for, if you wake up between those hours. In the yogic tradition, it is called Brahma Muhurta, the hours of God. Flexible time, about an hour and a half before sun comes up to about an hour after. This is when the veils are the thinnest. This is when you ask for what you wish for, as Rumi, the great Sufi mystic, said. Let's see. Runnerboy says, Yogi, watch and listen to my last short video. You got it. I will. I will bring that up right after the live stream, Runnerboy. As I mentioned before, I honestly believe that Runnerboy does the best voiceovers, especially for fitness channels. Him, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Paul from Oregon. Those two do the best voiceovers. Let's see. Eric McCarty is here. Eric McCarty, 65, says, gay? Well, he spells it out. That Eric McCarty. I tell you what, probably a nice guy, but he's no Eric Mack. But then few people are. Runner Boy says, finally, I can time Eric out. You've been waiting for that opportunity since day one, Runner Boy. Let's see. So you probably heard me read Rumi's Don't Go Back to Sleep. But we'll read it again because I like it so much. This is why if you are prompted to get it up in those hours, get up, meditate, pray, do breath work, do yoga, go out and walk in nature, whatever. Do the rosary beads, chant, sing, hum. Do something that feels sacred to you. Water the plants. Watering the plants can definitely be a sacred activity. So here's Rumi. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the door sill, where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. Let me see if I can find that Jane Roberts quote too. Hey Tasso, how are you? Guess is all I have to listen to Runner Boy. I need to learn about voiceovers. Runner Boy says, okay, I put my main video for the day, posted with my pull-ups for 16 reps. Nice job on the pull-ups. Austin says, Runner Boy, here you a cookie? And he gave him a cookie. Jace said, should that not be gray? It would be. Are we talking about my beard or are we talking about if I let my hair grow in? Runner Boy says, Jace says, got to go. See you later. See you, Jace. Thanks for coming in. My first year on YouTube, I did silent voiceovers for a while to start speaking. I did silent videos. Sorry. Took a while to start speaking. You did a really good job. Hey, Princess Abby. Hi, Yogi and everyone. Nice to see you, my friend. Jamie says hi to Cat and Jack. Runner Boy says, I could have done more, but I slipped off the middle pole. How come you don't use? I know you want to strengthen your grip, but you use straps for curls. Why don't you use straps for your pull-ups? Danny says, "Bye, Jason. Have a great day or night for you." Brother Boy says, "I know Jamie Brown from TikTok. He's kind of famous on there. I think he mentioned that before." Princess Abby says, "Danny, Jamie, why'd you get banned from TikTok?" See if I can find some Jane Roberts quotes. I have a book. I can't remember the name. Oh, I have Seth Speaks, and I have The Nature of Personal Reality right back there. I remember enjoying her fiction work, overall 7. So here's a quote. Not the quote I was looking for. I just like it. "Open your eyes and perceive your reality, and that will lead you to other realities. You have legs, use them. You have consciousness, use it. You have minds, use them, and use your joy and smile. You know what I'm about to do now? But for you, listen to the vitality of your own being. Be alert to your own identity, and let it ring throughout the reality of your own being, and it will lead you to what you want to do, and don't fear shadows." What exists physically exists in first in thought and feeling. There is no other rule. Hello there, my friend.
Hi. I'm not gonna be on that long because I have a date tonight.
You have a date tonight
Yeah.
with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna do?
We go to the restaurant, and then after the restaurant, we're gonna watch a movie.
Oh, nice. You know what movie you're gonna see?
We don't know yet.
No. Do you know where you're gonna go to dinner?
I'm gonna call him at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna read a quote real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, this is from Jane Roberts. "You may want others to change. In doing so, you begin with yourself." That's so important to remember. That for me goes right up there with the Course in Miracles when it says, "Do not seek to change the world, but seek to change how you perceive the world. Seek to change how you see the world." Everything begins within. The world that we see is a projection. Projection causes perception. So the world that we perceive is directly from how we projected it. If you want a different world, go within, change how you perceive, change your projections, heal, forgive, and the world begins to change. One person, one thought, one action at a time. All right. Who do we got here in the chat, Soma?
We have Austin, Batgirl, Nightfall, and Joshua and Jamie and
Uh,
Werewolf.
well, thank you for that. Hey, Batgirl. You say hi to Batgirl?
Hi, Batgirl.
And let's see. Oh, Ryan Boy
Ew.
says, what's that?
Austin is my girlfriend. Ew, he's a boy.
Who's the boy?
Austin's a boy.
Oh, yep, he is.
Yeah.
Runner Boy says the pole is in fact rectangular, so I cannot put straps on there. Gotcha. Well, Jamie, I'm sorry to hear that. Jamie was banned from TikTok, he said.
Oh no.
How long ago was that?
For how long?
I think forever.
Did he do something bad?
Probably not bad. Jamie's a good person, but probably something that they, for whatever, didn't like. Jamie says,
Yeah.
Red Boy, it's pathetic. Runner Boy says, fears when fear is not being feared. Hey, Joshua. Joshua says, like done. Did you say hi to Joshua?
Hi, the amazing energetic Joshua.
I have a question for you about Joshua.
Yeah.
Do you think Joshua is more amazing or do you think Joshua is more energetic?
I think he's both energetic and awesome. And
And
amazing.
equally?
Yeah.
So you don't think maybe he's just a smidgen more amazing?
He's a lot amazing. He's an energetic and amazing kind person.
He is a very kind person. He is a very kind person. You're right about that.
Hi, puppy mommy.
I don't know. I'm leaning towards the amazing, just slightly ahead of the energetic. Not that he's not energetic, but he's just really, really amazing.
Love you, Joshua. Heart to you.
He says, well, thanks, Soma. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Let's see. Batgirl's waving hi. How are you, Batgirl? Everyone is saying hi.
Puppy mommy, do you know what one of the boys said? Austin is his girlfriend and Austin's a boy. I think one of the boy needs a finger wag from me and Toy Pops and from BOD.
All right. Are you ready?
Yeah. No, no, no.
Exactly. It's pretty early in the day for me doing some finger wagging, but he's deserved it. Joshua says,
Yes.
thanks, Yogi. Absolutely. Let's see. Batgirl says she's doing well. Hope you're well too. Thank you, Batgirl. I am doing pretty well. Hey, Mosquito. Toy Pup says, just lurking and listening today. Runner Boys only had 2 monsters this week. You know what monsters are, Selma?
Master said drink.
Yeah. He's only had 2 of them.
My brother drinks a lot and he's going crazy and he bounces off the walls.
Well, yeah, they can give you. Our friend Stuart drinks the monsters, the energy drinks. My stepdaughter drinks quite a few of them. My sister drinks Red Bulls.
Yeah. My brother has problems.
So does mine. I have for anyone interested, I'm the baby of the family. I have an older brother. I have an older sister. Joshua says, Mosquito, please don't be near me in the summertime. Austin says, Yogi's awesome. Thank you, Austin. I forget what I was going to say. Oh, mosquitoes. I had a pact with mosquitoes. I told them that I would leave them alone if they left me alone. And for many years, we lived in harmony with each other until I was out on a summer night talking with a neighbor. And she said, oh, mosquito, and slapped it on my arm. It wasn't biting me, just hanging out, enjoying my company. And she squashed it. And the piece of cord was over. And now it's fair game, me and mosquitoes. Although I still refrain, I will not strike at a mosquito. Evan says, if meat can be grown using stem cells, is there any reason not to eat meat? No, there is no reason. However, I still wouldn't, because I just don't feel the need to. But hey, if it would make someone's life easier and happier, if it reduces the suffering of animals that are raised in factory farming conditions, note that I said factory farming and not traditional agriculture, then everyone, enjoy. Cat says I work for Pepsi, so I'm glad to say I'd rather be a rock star than a monster.
Do you know what I have?
What do you have? I see what you have, and you're threatening to use it. That was quite a bit. It's been a while. It's been a few days. It's been might have been a week or so since we've heard that. So we'll do one more when you go off. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right. Danny says Joshua is a nice person and friendly person as well. You got that right, Danny. You're absolutely right. Moore says, does Ireland have mosquitoes? I know we have midges. Toy Pup says, oh my God, Selma. Danny says, Puppy Mommy needs a coffee. That makes her feel much better. And Joshua says, ah. And Joshua says, you guys are amazing. I agree. We got some amazing people here. I'm always appreciative that you guys show up and you take some time out of your schedule just to hang out with me.
And one more for Puppy Mommy.
Says, want to hug Danny? And Deb says, echoed across the kitchen, have lower volume, cooking lunch. So no more farting until it's time to go, because our friend Deb is going to be eating lunch. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Thank you. Joshua says, Danny, I have really good news for you. Hey, Jim Rat, how are you? How are the workouts going, Jim Rat? Freckles is waving at Jim Rat. And Toy Pup says, silly Jim Rat, you are hilarious. Such a funny human. We love it. I agree. The Kung Fu Karate Chops. Have you seen the Kung Fu Karate Chops?
I see Kung Fu Panda.
Have you?
Yes.
I have never seen it.
The panda is funny.
If you go to our friend Silly Jim Rat and you go to his shorts, you will see all kinds of funny videos. I think you're really, really gonna like it. Here's the question, though.
I'm watching you too, Rebel Toy Pup.
Toy Pup says, so funny, great content. Yeah, he really does have great content. He should be, man, Jim Rat should be blowing up on YouTube for sure. You're growing fast, Silly. Congratulations. Jim Rat says, thank you. Toy Pup says, sending love. Hey, are you guys, hey, Selma, are you subscribed to Silly Jim Rat?
Not yet.
You should. I think you'll like him. Is everyone here subscribed to Jim Rat?
You're welcome, Puppy Mommy. I tried the rainbow flowers for you yesterday, and I give you my shout out.
So, is there any quotes from any books that have been meaningful to you guys that you want me to Google up, and I'm happy to read?
I can teach you some Spanish.
You can teach me some Spanish.
Yeah.
Many have tried. Did I ever tell you that Mocha
Can
was a
I?
Spanish linguist?
Yeah.
What can you
Can
teach me?
I? Mariposa is a butterfly.
All right, say that one more time.
Mariposa is butterfly.
Mariposa. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I'm never gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Do you know how I know that I'm never gonna remember it?
Yeah.
Because I already forgot.
Um.
Mariposa.
And if you search up mariposa, it comes out butterfly.
Okay. Hey, do you know how you say butterfly in French?
No.
Papillon.
What?
Papillon,
Yeah.
I believe.
And if you look at the name of the crab in Spanish, it spells like Dangijo.
Hmm. Interesting, Selma.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me jump in here. Stuart is back. The burpee fisherman. Sorry.
It's
One
okay.
second. Please read something Yogi. Have you seen Amanda Short Toy Pups? I haven't. Danny says, Yogi, I like coming here. Everyone is very nice. Thank you, Danny. And you know what? You are part of that everyone. You are someone who's extremely nice, Danny. And I keep mentioning over and over again that, man, you're one of my favorite moderators. How you just welcome everyone. No one escapes your notice. You'll go all the way back to the beginning to make sure that everyone gets a special hi.
Can I show you something?
You sure can.
This is if you look at the top of the page, that's the Spanish word and the meaning of the word.
Okay. I can't see it too well, but I love the drawing.
Yeah, and I draw this for Puppy Mommy, the
Wow.
flower.
And you know what? What I also noticed is you have very nice handwriting.
Thank you.
Evan says, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? I'm going to pick you, Evan. Honest answer. I will pick you. I don't see myself wanting to have dinner with anyone historically. I don't see the point. I'll be super, super honest. Some more. Man, I wish I could have dinner with my dad one more time. I would trade years off of my life in order to have dinner with my dad again. I am going to have brunch end of January with mocha pancakes. But Evan, you always ask very meaningful questions in regarding from your own life and regarding my life. Sometimes off the wall stuff. I always enjoy what you bring to the our imaginary table here. So, if there's no one historically, why would I? Not that I don't appreciate historical figures, but here's my bet. Every historical figure that I might want to have dinner with would have really bad table manners and would probably smack their lips. Or would probably talk. What do you think, Selma?
It's funny.
They would probably talk with their mouth open. They would probably dribble food from their mouth. They'd probably slurp their coffee. I don't need that. I don't need that at all.
My bro, every time we go to the park, he books on purpose. And
You
he
see that?
never says, excuse me.
I bet you Abraham Lincoln did the same thing. I bet you Abraham Lincoln burped at the dinner table and he never once said excuse me. So why would I have dinner with Abraham Lincoln?
My same thing with my brother. Every time he eats, he farts, he poops, he burps very loud.
Well, you know what? That reminds me, I'm never gonna have dinner with your brother.
No, I'm,
Toy,
I'm
toy
gonna tell him.
pups.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna go with my boyfriend instead of you. So nice try. I don't want that in my side.
Good for you, Silman. Runner Boy says he'd like to. I shouldn't read this. Runner Boy says I like the dinosaur drawing Selman.
They're not dinosaurs. They're flowers. Look at it. Are you blind, wonderful? Look at it. Does it look like dinosaurs to you?
It does not look like dinosaurs to me. You know what? I think you need to ask Runner Boy what's the matter with him.
Wonderful, what's wrong with you? I think you need mental help. Oh, actually, Poppy Mommy will help you.
There you go. Toy Pup says she'd love to sit down with Princess Diana for dinner. That's a nice
I
pick.
think
Nice choice.
I think Princess Diana died.
She did. Back
Yeah.
in the late 1990s, I believe 98 or 99. Bonnie Boy says you will have dinner with him eventually, Yogi, if you believe in it. Danny says, Yogi, in Spanish, your name is, help me pronounce this, Selma. Yogoy? Is that right?
Yo, I don't know.
Neither do I. I think Yogoy, right?
Yeah.
Toy Pup says, but I'm in agreement with Yogi, though. I'd love to eat dinner with my grandma one more time. And Toy Pups is laughing, says, Yogi, you're funny. Evan says, that gave me some perspective on my dad. Thanks. It's difficult to feel how I naturally feel with the betrayal I've received. Hard to explain. It's interesting.
I think
Go
we
ahead.
need to do meditation in the afternoon.
We could do some breath work. We could do some meditation. What do you guys think?
We should do the hand emotions like
Well,
this.
not quite ready for that, but we will do that soon. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
after this live stream, I'm going to do some class work. So Pep says I don't like when people will eat and you can hear them breathing. I don't think I would like that either. Yogi needs some Starbucks coffee. Thank you, Danny. I do like Starbucks coffee. Toy Pup says, I completely understand, Evan. Hey, but Evan, I wonder if you could learn to reframe that. If you could see it from a different perspective. You know, in yoga, they talk about the kleshas and how we see the world through the psychological perspective of our kleshas. Kleshas are obstacles that keep us from self-realization, that they keep us from seeing reality how it truly is. Everything we see is based upon our attachments, the things that we like, the things that we wish were actually so, all the things that we are attached to. As well, we see it through our aversions, all the things that we don't like. We see enemies, even though an enemy is just someone who thinks they are right and is seeing through their own perspective. They're seeing through their own kleshas. So we have the attractions, we have the aversions. We are seeing through the lens of fear, our fear that we are small, separate, and insignificant, separate from the source, separate from God, separate from love. We are seeing through the lens of ignorance, that we aren't seeing true reality. We are seeing our version of reality. Everyone is going through this struggle. Every single person thinks that they are right because they perceive the world in a certain way. But if you just have a little bit of awareness that things aren't exactly the way we think they are, they're just representation. Every thought is just a representation of the reality that we're perceiving. And if you can let that go, your heart expands. It includes everyone. Unconditionality.
um.
Go ahead.
So this is the color blue. In the side, blue means a sword.
Does it?
A sword. Yeah.
Nice. I like blue.
Me too.
I like blue, particularly in that clear sky blue. Same with green. I like green in nature.
Me too.
Um, let's see. The Burpee Fishman says, anyone joining me and Jace on my live stream this evening? I will try to make it, Stuart. Let us know when it's going to happen. I know Jace said in about an hour, so it should be coming up soon, right? Evan says, what would constitute a perfect day for you? Well, I am living it. It might sound trite. It might sound like I'm just saying it because that's the yogi answer. I get to wake up every single day and do exactly what I want to do. What I want to do is pretty easy. I want to wake up and meditate. I want to wake up and appreciate life. I want to wake up and appreciate that I get to breathe. I get to do yoga. I get to meditate and do breath work. I get to be out in nature. I get to work out. I'm almost 60 and I'm physically fit. I'm energetic. Life is pretty good. I can't imagine. I've done all kinds of stuff. The day that I'm doing it, it's the exact thing that I want to be doing. The day that I'm not doing it, I'm fine with what I'm doing now. I can't remember the last time I was bored. What do we got, Selma?
Azul blue.
Cool.
And then over here is brown. In Spanish, we say café. Coffee is café.
I like brown too. That's another favorite color.
Me
Toy
too.
Pup says a perfect day would be filled with laughter, love, and some quiet. That sounds nice. Pippa says, Evan, it's only natural for one to break a family cycle. That's okay, Joshua. Danny says, Joshua, we understand. Absolutely. Hey, Jason. Jason says, absolute truth is objective. Subjective truth should be respected under the umbrella of objective morality. I have no idea what any of that means.
My dog is here. Do you want to see him?
I always want to see him.
This is my doggy. It's my
Hey, Pup.
doggy. He's trying to lick you.
Love seeing the love between a person and their dog.
My dog
Pup
is lovely
says,
stuff.
welcome, Jason. So 34 minutes. The
No.
Burpee Fishman is going to be going live. Jason says, hello, everyone. Hello to you, Jason. Appreciate you being here. Simpa says, Jason and Dean, but they almost realize they are in a belief system too. Azul Blue. Jason says, 60 years young. Thank you, Jason. We got some love from Debs. Thank you, Debs. Toy Pup says, love it, Jason. You're a baby. Eric the Great. Good watches have capacitors, not batteries. Unfortunately, God is for the lithium miners to blame for California falling into the ocean. Interesting. I don't have any idea what that means either.
My dog is trying to eat my food.
He did.
Yes.
Did you tell him no?
Yeah.
Danny says,
Ew.
Yogi.
He's
Go
in
ahead.
the plastic. Ew.
Danny says, Yogi is still young. Do you think that's true? Selma?
Yeah.
Thank you. Evan says, Eric, everything you said is true. My dad is surrounded by people that control his perspective and emotions. But even deeper than that, Evan, is he has these things that have been set in place since birth or even before so. Another yogic psychology concept is called sankaras. Samskaras are emotional patterns that we've developed through life since birth. Some say since before birth, that we carry them over from lifetime to lifetime. And that's what keeps us trapped into that cycle of birth and rebirth. So everyone loves to talk about free will, but no one's acting out of free will because you have these energetic patterns that we fall into. Hey, Selma.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk for about 15 more minutes and then end the live stream. Can you come back in 15 minutes and help me say goodbye?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. So, how is anyone truly to blame? And we love blaming people. You did this to me. I can't believe you did this. Because we think everyone has that free will. And in a sense, we do, but in a greater sense, we don't. Because unless you've achieved some sort of psychological, emotional, and spiritual freedom, we're just acting on those patterns over and over and over again. Everyone that you see does something that you don't like or want or whatever, they can't help it. They're acting on their own particular patterns. And guess what? So are we. Now, in yoga, the first, if I can find it, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, which is basically a psychological handbook of yoga. It's the Bible of yoga. It starts off with the salutation, welcome to the teachings of yoga. The second one says, yoga is experienced in the mind, which has ceased to identify itself with its vacillating waves of perception. So I'm going to finish off the conversation here, Stuart. So let me read that again. Yoga is experienced in the mind, which has ceased to identify with its vacillating waves of perception. Which means that our thoughts, yoga, union, yoga literally means divine union, is achieved, or better said, realized. You can't achieve that which is already taking place. So it's realized when the mind gets quiet and we see the perception of thoughts flowing through and shaping every aspect of life. Through that lens of awareness, we become free. Just a little bit at first. All it takes is a little bit of awareness of, oh, this is why I do this. This is why this person does this. This person didn't really mean to flip me off when he cut me off in traffic. It's not his fault. Forgiveness gets so much easier when you see that people are acting through their samskaras, through their perception, not through reality itself. Let's see. Hey, Michael. Sorry, guys, I fell behind. Simply says our parents indoctrinated us through their parental indoctrination, and on and on and on. Not to mention, and nowadays, social media, the regular media, books, magazines. Let's see. Hey, Michael, I didn't see you come in. Michael says, hey, Toy Pups, I'll hop in your chat again. I've been busy rebranding my channel. Oh, tomorrow, by the way, is premiere day for Michael. Toy Pups, we want you to concentrate on your brand. It's your priority. Highly recommend reading Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, by the way. Tip says, IE music, IE freaks me out. Voice, I can't take it. I can take it, but no soul in IE music. Don't trust it. Can be good for bad, like it can be used for good or bad or anything. Someone's going on a date. What's the good news, Michael? Jason says, Stuart, I'm going to finish things up. Sorry. We have friends. We will have free will within the realm of cause and effect. Well, if you have a cause and effect, where does free will fit within the cause and effect? Because you really, what is the ultimate cause? Where does that ultimate cause start from? Basically, we live an existence of effect, 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 effect. So we're ping-ponging around through these effects. Runaway says Mirror's live. Nice. I will definitely, we're going to end in just a minute or two. I promised Selma that she'd come up and say goodbye in a minute. Selma says, love you guys. We love you too. Life is 99% of what you do and 1% of what happens along the way. Of course, that percentage may be a bit off per person. That was from our friend Joshua. All right, everyone is saying, hey, if I missed something, let me know. Michael says, it's not AI music. I use my voice to tell the factual stories and I use it for the video. Gotcha. We are always ascending or descending, says Jason. Michael says he's doing all right. All right, so in just a minute, we're going to end the live stream. Milka's coming over to work out. It's a kettlebell day for her. Milka says Erica was offered a voice acting gig for someone who does cartoons on YouTube. Wow, nice. Jason says, I am the cause point of my own existence, and I deeply care about aligning with the laws of our universe. If there's laws of the universe, then isn't that part of the cause? How do you separate that, my friend? Selma's calling him at 4. So if we were to practice self-inquiry and ask without really without delving for the answer, but allowing things to just unfold, and where can we trace our existence back to? At what point? This is Carl Sagan's famous saying, to make an apple pie from scratch, one must first invent the universe. So to find out the cause point of our existence, we have to go to the Big Bang, and then we have to think about what caused the Big Bang, and then what caused the cause of the Big Bang, and infinite regression into pure nothingness itself. The absolute. Absolute being synonymous with God. Someone says she has butterflies in her stomach. Well, that's okay, Selma. It's good to be a little nervous, you know? Jason says we always has a choice to align with what is right, or we can choose to be wrong. Who is it that has that choice, though? Who is the who that believes they have that choice? This would bring us to the Buddhist thought of no self. In the absence of a self, and if you keep exploring the self, then who would have that choice? Michael says, Selma, just be yourself. If he doesn't like you, then forget him. There you go, Michael. Toy Pup says, do the breathing and relax. Nice. Selma says, I'm cute. You certainly are, my friend. And Selma says, he already loves you. Or I'm sorry, Toy Pup says, he already loves you. Just be cute and have fun. Jason says, our entire universe is God. God is not a sky daddy. I like that expression. That we are separate from. We are all a fractionalized of the all. I like that, Jason. Nice. That's if the Big Bang even existed. I have no doubt that it existed. I don't think that it existed as we think it existed. I liken it to the breath of God itself. That, in yogic cosmology, they talk of big bangs of big bangs of big bangs, that it's a continuous happening. The breath of Brahma, that God breathes and the universe expands, that God or he exhales, the universe expands, inhales, the universe contracts. And it's onwards. Of course. And of course, in miracles, it never truly happened because it's all an illusion. The Big Bang is simply a metaphor for when that tiny mad idea that we could possibly be separate from God crept into our minds and we forgot to laugh. And we felt so guilty over just having that thought that we could be separate and entertained it. What would it be like if we were separate? That the universe literally fractured in illusion because we can never truly be separate. As our friend Jason said, we are fractionalizations of the all. Beautifully said. Flip Up says, go make Harrison laugh. I love it. Just be yourself. Michael says, remember, saying wag that finger if it gets out of hand. Sniper says, one huge breath until 2178 and then another breath. So the exhalation or the inhalation will take place 2178. Jason says, I agree. I've always comprehended the Big Bang as how God did it. Yeah, again, that would be from yogic cosmology. A lot of the thought on cosmology, I've just given up. All of it's nice. All of it is entertaining. I love talking about it when the opportunity comes up. People ask me if I believe it, and my thoughts are, I don't know. I honestly don't care. My writing lately has been expressing where I am right now, which is here's all I want to do. I want to practice. I wrote about this being a bhakti yogi, devotional yogi, yoga of devotion, that I want to live a life of continuous forgiveness. Forgiveness itself doesn't really exist. It's just an action to bypass the ego and return to spirit. So I want to continuously turn to forgiveness. I want to continuously practice kindness to the best that I'm able. That's it. I don't have any other philosophy other than I want to be kind. Soma says he's a good man for me. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Hey, you know what, Soma? Sometimes we love someone or something so much that the heart just wants to burst open. There's so much joy. There's so much love that it needs to expand. Sniper says, that's correct. The Simiquam full systematic reset. Hey, Void Reapers. Swipe says, crying because you're happy is good. Sniper says, greetings, Void. So I'm going to log off in just a minute. Before I do so, hey, Void Reapers, do you got some words of wisdom for us today? Hey, Soma, do you want to come up real quick and say goodbye? Soma says she's joyful. I'm happy for you, Soma. We should all be so joyful. Thanks for the 26 thumbs up, guys. Soma's a happy person. There she is.
Hello.
Hello. So go ahead.
I'm glad that I'm with my boyfriend Harrison.
Mhm.
Because if you love someone too much or too hard, they will love you. And they will respect you and caring for you, and he will never leave me. Because he knows I'm a good person, and I'm a joyful person,
You
and
are.
I'm cute, and I'm gonna look cute, and and that that's my life, and my ex since my ex-boyfriends lost me, I left them, so I forget about them, and so I told them that I'm going on a date, and they say, "Oh, I'm jealous because I have a nice boyfriend," and I keep telling them, um, "Hey, that I have a nice person, that means they are jealous of me."
You know what it sounds like to me, Selma?
Yeah,
It sounds to me like you know exactly how much you're worth, how valuable you are, what a truly, truly, truly wonderful person you are.
yeah,
And you want to know, a lot of people go through life and they never realize that. So you're ahead of the game. You're young, you're 21 years old, and you know exactly how much you're worth. That's a beautiful thing.
yeah,
Our friend, I'm going to read Void Reaper's quote real quick because I've missed him the past few times he's been on. Quote of the day: dream as if you'll live forever, and live as if you'll die today. That is from Void Reapers. Thank you, Void Reapers. Sniper says life is about laughing and crying, and there's magical moments when you do both simultaneously. Nice. All right. Batgirl says you have to love yourself first. Absolutely. But I always go with one of my favorite quotes from Ramana Maharshi, the great yogi. Um, when he was asked, "How do we treat others? How do we love others?" And he replied with a smile and simply said, "There are no others." So
yeah,
I can come to deeply, deeply love myself through service and love of others. I can come to deeply, deeply love others by doing exactly what Batgirl says, loving myself. The two don't have to be mutually exclusive. When I truly, truly come to love myself, I can't help but love other people. When I truly, truly love someone else, I can't help but love myself. Because in the end, as the Course in Miracles says, only love is real and nothing unreal exists. Kat says, Selma, you are my sunshine. You know what my dream is, Selma?
yeah,
One day, Kat would come up and sing that song for all of us. What do you think?
yeah,
I don't know if she would, but she has an open invitation if she ever wants to.
yeah. Um,
Cypress,
I,
go ahead.
I I feel like I feel like I'm gonna cry um, cause I have feelings inside of me, and I got this emotion. Cause last time I remember is my ex best friend who cheated on me. I keep thinking about them. And it's stressing me out because when I think about them, I I always cry, and I always sing to them. That that makes me feel better when I sing,
Well,
and
good.
I I can't I can't I can't focus in one um to the next because my my ex-boyfriends will be sorry, and they never apologize to me at all.
Hmm. So the best thing to do, put your concentration on your present, your new boyfriend. Your old boyfriend, that was definitely his loss, but now we're in a brand new chapter, a better chapter. You got someone who
Y-
really appreciates you.
Yeah.
So we're gonna catch up on the chat real quick, and then if you would like to say goodbye, and I'm gonna log off, but I'll be back in a little bit. Kat says you made me literally laugh out loud, Yogi. Well, I'm glad for that. And Toy Pup says you are my sunshine, her only sunshine. Deb says love humbles you. Look forward, not back. Awesome, Debs. Oh, see, Runner Boy had asked about the fire in Cali. Yep, I've been watching some of that on the news. So the Dream Journal, big ones and small ones. I agree. It's a great practice. We look forward. So, how would you like to say goodbye to everyone, Selma?
Yeah. Yogi said bye and he loves you, and Yogi said namaste.
I did say namaste, or I'm about to. Namaste, my friends. Thank you, Selma. You always have the perfect goodbye for all of us.
Yeah.
All right, our friend, right now, the Burpee Fisherman and Jace should be live, should be working out. If you guys don't mind stopping over.
And I can say my prayers in Spanish if you want me to.
Sure, 1 second. Sniper says what I type is about my individual experience, and my opinions and truths. I'm suggesting these possibilities for you to consider, enabling you to come up with your own conclusions. Nice, Sniper. Amir. Thank you, Runner Boy. So you want to do a very quick prayer, and then we got to log off and visit our friends.
Yeah. It goes like this. I did the hand, and then I say my prayer.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Te amo, Jesús. Te quiero mucho. Y gracias por Dios. Te amo. Mis amigas y mis amigos también. Y gracias por Dios en el cielo. Santa María, Madre de Dios. I did it.
It was beautiful. Thank you, Selma. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I will see everyone later. If you're around, if you want to come back and say hi and hang out with us. Selma, I think, will probably be in her date, so she might not be here, but I'll be here. So, guys, thank you so much for your company.
You're welcome.
Have fun tonight, Selma.
Thank you.
All right. Take care, everyone. I will see you later. And hopefully I'll see you over at the Burpee Fisherman's workout, him and Jace, or I'll see you over at Mears. Hey, Runner Boy, thank you for reminding me. And let's see. If it's take it or leave it, I'm not a preacher. It will all depend on where you are in the journey's path. All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.
You're welcome. And before we go.
Yep. I did say you could do it one more time. All right. Sniper says, catch you shortly. Thanks, Sniper. Bye, Selma.